All right, guys, thanks for joining us on another Unleash Independence broadcast. We have here Joshua Byers and, of course, Cameron. And Joshua is going to be a contributor. And so, Joshua, welcome.
Hello, Brock.
Awesome.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
And Cameron is in the airport. Where are you headed to, Cameron?
I'm going to San Diego.
The nice weather. How's the weather in Pittsburgh, Joshua?
Cold and rainy today, but that's par for the course this week. Usually, though, it's snowing here in Pennsylvania in December, so it's kind of actually better than normal, so I'll take it.
Awesome. Yeah, it's been kind of weird here in Utah. No, not enough snow. So, Joshua, we read a couple of your articles talking a little bit about liberty, but what makes you passionate about liberty?
What makes me passionate about liberty is my just desire not to have anybody tell me what to do, kind of like Doug Casey says. I just don't like anybody telling me what to do. And for that reason, it's not just that, it's ideas of especially Murray Rothbard's ideas. I don't know if you guys have read any of his works or not, like Man, Economy, and State and For a New Liberty, but or one of his essays, The Anatomy of the State. That really impacted me quite a bit. So, one moment, my phone's ringing. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm passionate about.
Awesome. Yeah, Rothbard's got some awesome stuff. When I went to Mises University this past summer, it was pretty incredible.
Yeah, it was. I went in 2011. Real good time.
So, Josh, tell us about that experience. What did you like about going down to Mises? What did you learn?
So we learned basically Austrian economics in about a week, and the purpose is obviously to spread the Austrian school to a new generation. And the great thing about it is you get to hang out with some of the finest minds in the world, really, from Lew Rockwell, Hans Hermann Hoppe, I think is his name, Professor Herman, Tom Woods. In past years, they've actually had Ron Paul there and Judge Napolitano. They weren't there when I was there, but they still had guys like Walter Block and Gary North, and just a great group of guys, a great group of people. And I can't say enough good things. It was one of the best weeks of my life. I learned a lot.
Did you have a favorite speaker?
Oh, wow, they're all so good. Probably, although he didn't talk too much, I like to say Lew Rockwell, but he didn't really actually talk a whole lot. But yeah, Tom Woods, he delivers a good speech. He did like an evening with Tom Woods. That was pretty good. So I'd probably say Tom Woods.
Yeah, we did that too. We talked about, he did a little speech on why people are bashing Murray Rothbard and why we need to kind of defend Murray Rothbard. It's kind of interesting. Yeah,
I mean, Rothbard's so intellectually pure and such a anti-statist to the core that he really is the enemy of the state, as all the shirts say. I think the state's greatest immediate enemy, or some words to that effect.
Yeah, very good. So, Josh, we talked about what you're passionate about, but what are you going to be contributing to Unleash Independence? What articles? What can people expect to read from you?
So, from me, what you're going to get is basically consistent political commentary from a Rothbardian perspective, ranging from economics to foreign policy, domestic policy. That's what I will bring to the site. And I think that's desperately needed, too, because there's a lot of commentators out there. I think we've been calling them celebritarians. And, for a while, I was rooting for them with everyone else, and I was happy that the message of liberty is getting spread. But somewhere along the line this year, things kind of took a different course. And I think it's time for some new folks to step up to the plate.
Good deal.
So you probably weren't always into liberty. I could be wrong though, but what was your turning point to Austrian economics or just liberty in general?
So I've been into liberty. Well, I've been predisposed to be a supporter of liberty for a long time. I actually when I was 18, signed up to be in the Constitution Party. I think I first got introduced to the ideas of liberty probably from my uncle, and then one day, and this was probably in 2000, I didn't talk to, but I was watching C-SPAN, and Alan Keyes was debating Alan Dershowitz, and Alan was saying things that I thought, I was always trained in public school, that you couldn't say publicly, and I was blown away by that. Like, how can you say this? This is incredible. And I think that was a little bit of it was Religion's Role in Society was the name of the debate. I still remember it from 2000, in case you want to watch it. It's very interesting seeing Alan and Alan Dershowitz go at it. But so I started off constitutionalist, and then in college I was introduced to Ron Paul, probably by my professor, because I was a government major in college. I was introduced to him in probably 04, 05 or something like that. I learned about Ron Paul maybe 01. I can't remember exactly anymore. It's been too long ago. But at the time I was reading his weekly Straight Talks, and I was also like kind of listening to Chuck Baldwin. He did like a weekly like a weekly commentary. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Chuck Baldwin or not. He's a Baptist minister. But anyway, for years I read Ron, and so 07 came along. He ran for president. Of course, I was behind him there. And I didn't really expect the campaign to go anywhere, to be honest, because nobody listens to Ron Paul, not even the Republicans. He's the black sheep of the Republican Party. But I liked him, and so I was blown away after that really Giuliani incident during the debate, how everything changed after that.
That was my awakening.
Yeah, I mean, I was so surprised that that happened, and that it just kind of took off after that. I mean, because for me, it was just a small community of people that kind of shared these views, and nobody really paid attention to us or cared what we thought. We were just kind of old cranks, and I was a young crank because I was in my early 20s. But yeah, anyway, then through the Paul campaign, I figured out that I was wrong in some key areas. Specifically, like I was kind of Buchanan. I was kind of in the Buchanan camp on free trade. I wasn't a free trader. I was a protectionist. And so I got introduced to Lou Rockwell and Murray Rothbard and the Mises Institute through Paul's 07 campaign. And then through kind of a few years, I progressed more towards being a libertarian. And finally, after reading For New Liberty, kind of thinking things through, to finally go into what I guess we want to call anarcho-capitalism or voluntarism or libertarianism, whatever word you want to pick. And so that's kind of been my progression. Long-winded, but there it is.
Awesome.
Good. Well, Josh, just speaking for myself, I really appreciate you coming on and talking with us. We look forward to, at least I look forward to, seeing what you have to contribute, and we're really glad that you're participating in Unleashing Independence.
Well, hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. I hope I can contribute something useful to the site and make a difference. Thanks.
UnleashIndependence.com